The week 3 lecture is divided into 3 parts. Part A covers market demand, followed by Part B, which discusses market supply. In Part C, we will study how market equilibrium can be achieved by the reaction of market demand and market supply. Market is a place where buyers and sellers meet for making business transactions. The transactions may involve goods such as coffee and running shoes, as well as services such as airline travel. In this chapter, market demand means buyers or consumers or households. On the other hand, market supply means sellers or producers or firms. Quantity demanded means amount of a product that consumers wish to buy. Law of demand assumes that when price of a product decreases, quantity demanded of the product will increase if other things remain unchanged. In other words, quantity demanded and price of a product are negatively related ceteris paribus. Ceteris paribus means if other factors being constant, these factors may include preferences and income of consumers. Quantity demanded at each market price can be presented in a demand schedule and demand curve. In the demand curve, the horizontal axis represents quantity demanded. Vertical axis represents price of a product. The demand curve has negative slope, which reflects the law of demand. Market demand is total quantities demanded by all buyers. By referring to the attached diagram as example, if Tina and Tim are the only two buyers of bottled water, then market demand of bottled water at $1 is sum of Tina demand and Tim demand, which is 2 plus 1 equal to 3. Change in quantity demanded means movement along a demand curve. It happens when price of the product itself changes, other factors constant. For example, movement from point B to point C along the demand curve indicates increases quantity demanded of pizza from 14 to 20 units. It is caused by a change in the price of pizza itself. Other factors are assumed unchanged. Change in demand means shift of demand curve. It happens when other factors change, but price of the product itself is consistent. The attached figure shows changes in demand. When demand decreases, demand curve shifts leftward from D0 to D1. When demand increases, demand curve shifts rightward from D0 to D2. Among the factors that may shift the demand curve include price of related goods, income of consumers, expectations of consumers, and preferences of consumers. Prices of substitutes can affect consumer demand for a product. Substitutes are goods that can be used for the same purpose. For instance, coffee is substitute drinks of tea. If tea price rises, quantity demanded for tea will reduce. Some of the consumers who forgo tea may choose coffee as alternative. This will increase demand for coffee. Therefore, demand curve of coffee will shift to the right. On the other hand, complements are goods that must be used together. Tennis racket and tennis ball are complements. If price of racket rises, quantity demanded for racket reduces because some of the consumers may stop playing tennis. Therefore, demand for tennis ball will also decrease. Before discussing how change of consumer income affects demand, let us differentiate between normal good and inferior good. Normal good is ordinary quality product. On the other hand, inferior good is low quality product. If branded clothing is normal good for a consumer, then second-hand clothing is an inferior good for the consumer. When income increases, people have higher purchasing power. Therefore, demand for normal goods increases. However, when people have higher income, they are able to buy better quality products for replacing low quality products. This will reduce demand for inferior goods. Expected future price of a product can affect demand of the product today. For example, if price of cars is expected to decline next month, demand for cars this month will decrease. This is because consumers will wait for the car price to decrease. Change in demand can be explained by change in preferences of consumers. For example, Pepsi-Cola advertisements, which carry endorsements by celebrities, attract many young people to buy the product. Increase in Pepsi-Cola demand is due to consumer preferences, but not price of Pepsi-Cola itself. In this chapter, we need to clearly differentiate between change in quantity demanded and change in demand. Change in quantity demanded means movement along demand curve. It is caused by change of product price itself. By referring to the first attached figure, D1 is the quantity demanded curve of pizza. When the pizza price increases from $8 to $12, quantity demanded of pizza reduces from 30 to 15 units per month. On the other hand, change in demand means shift of a demand curve. It is caused by a change of other factors such as income. The second figure shows the D1 as the initial pizza quantity demanded curve. The initial pizza price is $8 with pizza quantity demanded of 30 units. When income increases, consumers have more income to purchase. That increases the pizza consumption to 48 units per month, although price of pizza is remained at $8. The change in pizza demand from 30 to 48 units will shift the demand curve from D1 to D2.